Hi, everybody.
Hi, mi gente.
¿Cómo están? Hello, how is everybody? We are doing this very impromptu live because we wanted to update you guys on what is happening in Cuba.
That's
I
right.
guess we'll just wait for people to come in because this was definitely not planned at all. It was not we just said, hey, we should just go on YouTube and kind of explain to people. But
Hi, Eka. Hola, 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 hola,
can you guys see
hola.
us pretty well? Can you guys see us and hear us pretty well? Let us know in the chat. Eka, hola. Let us know in the chat, please, because we're not sure.
Oh, good night, good day, good day. Hola. Why are you best? Thank you, thank you, thank
Hello,
you.
thank you.
Uy,
Oh
wow.
wow. Okay.
That's fast. Damn.
Hi everybody. Can you please let me know if you guys can hear us? Sorry, there's a bit of a lag, so excuse us. Hola Miami.
Hola, California.
Hello.
Hola, donde nos estén viendo.
Patria y vida.
Patria y vida. También patria y vida.
Hi, everybody. Okay, so we wanted to get on this live to actually talk to you guys about what is happening in Cuba
Yeah.
today and tomorrow. And I know this might not like be the sexiest topic, or maybe people aren't very interested in it, but it is something that is very important to us, that we talk about this issue as to many people as we can.
That's right.
As you guys may know, Cuba is a dictatorship. It's actually the
It's
second.
actually dictatorship.
Yeah.
For sure. Yo como cubano nunca, a ver, yo veía que la dictadura, no sé, metía como sucede que te va y te busca la casa o te mete preso por ser contrarrevolucionario. Pero en realidad la contrarrevolución que yo veía de joven simplemente era, no sé, si atacabas un lugar o hacías algo como que, sí, vale la pena, no tienes que hacerlo. Pero ahora están metiendo preso a jóvenes,
So
artistas.
he's saying that there's, the Cuban government is, they're expanding their reach on who is against the government or not, and we're seeing that today. Just to give you a little bit of background, like I said, if you guys could please like this live, please like it. It'll help our algorithm, and it just takes 2 seconds. Just like the button. It'll help us, our algorithm, and get more people on this live, because it's a very important talk that I want to have with our YouTube audience. Just for a little bit of background, para que los americanos entiendan un poquito.
Y que sepan lo importante que vivir en un país como Estados Unidos.
Yeah, so Cuba has been the longest running dictatorship in the Western Hemisphere. The only other country to beat it is North Korea by 9 years. So North Korea and Cuba are the longest running dictatorships on planet Earth right now. And Cuba is the longest running dictatorship in the Western Hemisphere. And what we mean by dictatorship is that Cuba has a one-party communist party that controls every aspect of not only economic life, but also social life as well.
That's right.
And so there's no right to freedom of speech. There's no right to freedom of assembly. There's no right to freedom of press. So many things that we here in the United States take for granted, right? And so,
bueno, guys, in this moment Cuba is crazy situation. Mucha gente, de hecho he visto gente en mi barrio, en mi provincia, que hacen tan de fiesta. Es vergonzoso, ¿no? Pero quizás no ven el internet, no les interesa. Hay mucha juventud que yo conozco que apoyan ese cambio en Cuba.
There's a lot of people who he's saying right now in Cuba, the things are very tense and things are very, right now, there's a lot of young people going out and they're afraid to speak, right?
Yeah, the point is como la gente, I remember yesterday the Jose Melo mother, he say, I don't care what happened, I'm here, I'm strong, I know that this government is really bad, it's really shit. when you hear that, you say, fuck, that's great. That's the
Mhm.
mom of the brave guy.
Okay, well, we have to explain what's going on.
Oh,
So there's no kind of freedoms for anybody in Cuba. And so for the last kind of 5 years, the internet has been introduced in Cuba. And so I think that has been such a turning point to having Cubans seeing how the rest of the world lives is through social media and being able to go on Facebook and seeing how people live. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, you're nodding your head no. It doesn't
No,
matter. And so social media has really been the catalyst of all of this. And it got to there have been many things boiling up, but in July, as many of you guys know, there was the biggest protest
in Cuba.
against the government
in
Cuba since the revolution, which is like so huge. If you guys could please like this video, please give a thumbs up. It will really help us. And it takes 2 seconds. And so today, the July 11th happened, and the government did a very quick response, repressing people, putting a lot of young people in jail, including minors. Minor. There are children in jail who are 15, 16, 17 years old who are getting 13 to 25 years in prison just for going out and grabbing on their cell phones or being at the wrong place at the wrong time. They are in jail for 13 to 25 years. And we're talking about children. And their only crime is to go outside and film.
And going to the school, the government go to the school and talking to the teacher, the director. I said, you need to do it this. Okay, for example, you go to the classroom, you see all the big groups say, teenager, younger people said in university says, you need to go outside in the protest, take a stick, for defender de our country, the revolution. Porque si no te vamos a votar, te vamos a castigar.
So the government says to young people, if you don't come out and protest for the government, we're going to kick you out of college. We're going to kick you out of your job.
That's right.
So what happened was that, the July 11th happened. They put a lot of people in jail, and the response was, let's show the world how many people actually agree with the Cuban government. And so they did these tactics like, if you don't come to this march, we're going to kick you out of jail. And that is very common for the Cuban government to do. And this is not anybody who's Cuban on this chat could probably, will agree with us that this is what they do. And so as a response, everything calmed down, and there was a group that came together, and it's called Archipelago group.
Yeah.
And they came together and they said, you know what, we need to organize and do this a little bit better. So when they organized, they decided that they were going, in the Cuban Constitution, there is a clause that says the citizens have the right to protest.
That's funny.
But
this is funny. I think about it. Si tú estás en Estados Unidos, un país libre, en Europa, no sé, y que tú digas que te van a meter preso por vestir de blanco o usar una rosa blanca.
Okay, that's afterwards. You got to remember,
Sorry.
We have to explain this to people.
Sorry.
Eso después, porque tenemos que explicar eso, porque hay mucha gente que no son
Okay,
cubanos.
that's right.
Okay, so what was I saying?
I don't know, so many things today. The protest.
Okay. So the group came together, and so the Constitution says that Cubans can legally protest, but there's also a clause that says that you can only protest within the scope of the revolution.
No. You need to start at the beginning. The general fiscal, the law fiscal.
And that's just details that it's okay. No worries. Those are like crazy details. But there's a constitution. There's a thing that says that you can protest. And then the general, the lawyer of
the big boss.
The big lawyer of the country said, yeah, people have the right to protest.
Yeah.
But so as a response, the Grupo Archipelago said to the government, hey, we're going to go by your rules, and we want to do this legally. So they asked the government, they petitioned the government. There's I don't even know how many cities around
I don't
Cuba
know. Maybe it's
petitioned
11.
11,
Something like that.
petitioned the government legally. Hey, we're going to do this on this day. We're going to have a protest on the 15th of March. Originally, it was the 20th, but now it's the 15th. And they said, we're going to do it. It's going to be a peaceful protest. And they said, okay, we're doing it legally. And we want you guys to know that we're planning this protest on the 15th of November.
Tomorrow.
Which is tomorrow. And they said, no.
You can do it because,
you can't do it because
viola la Constitución del artículo 4 que vas en contra de la mayoría de la población porque pues, atenta con su seguridad y la gente le está pidiendo permiso para protestar pacíficamente y el gobierno dice que no porque es violenta. Tú diciéndole que es pacífica, tú diciéndole que es cívica, que vas a vestir de blanco con una rosa blanca y el gobierno te está diciendo no, viola la Constitución.
Yeah. So what he's saying is that it's kind of absurd. So the letter, you know how in the United States too, you also have to ask for permits to protest, but usually they don't deny people. But so, and they asked the government, we're going to do it. We're going to do it peacefully. And the response was no, because it's going to be violent. And they're like, the only thing that they're going to do is wear a white t-shirt with a white rose and march. That was all they were going to do, is go with a white t-shirt, which means peace in Cuban culture, with their white rose and go down to the Malecón or a park and just walk together in unity. But the Communist Party said, no, it's an act of violence.
It's illegal.
And it's illegal. And they're making up this entire propaganda scheme that everyone involved in the protest is a CIA agent. And everybody. This is not a shock at all. This is not a shock at all, because every time that there's any sort of disruption or any dissident on the island, and this has happened for years now, every single dissident in Cuba is almost always attacked by being a CIA operative of the United States. Always. I mean, I don't even know how many times we've heard this by the Cuban government. How many people are CIA operatives?
All of the half of the Cuba.
I mean, it's crazy.
Outside to Cuba.
It's crazy. And so, so they have made a huge campaign. And unfortunately, there's even people here in the United States, groups like Code Pink, groups like Puentes de Amor, groups like this BTS news work that's here on YouTube, that have been spreading this and absolutely ridiculous claim that the protesters are CIA agents without any single shred of proof that they are, without any single knowledge of the Cuban culture. These American groups are spreading this, and it's really been quite interesting to see like these. I don't really have a problem with socialists per se, but this notion where people are defending autocratic regimes is just out of control. And so it's very plainly obvious that the Cuban government is doing these tricks. Like today, even they did a peace. The president of Cuba did a peaceful march where they all sat down and sang Kumbaya together. Right? It's crazy. And then they're saying, look at, we're being peaceful. Look at the other side. They're being violent without even letting the leader of the group, which is named Junior. His name is Junior. They're not even letting him out of his home.
The old Junior neighborhood is closed for the security, national security.
Yeah, the entire
neighborhood.
The entire neighborhood is blocked.
You can't go outside to buy food, nothing. You can go out. That's it, simple. You can go. Why?
So it's very funny that they're not allowing people to peacefully protest and then saying it's violent. But when at the same time they're actively have police all over this neighborhood that are not letting him out of the house. They even put the international press, 200, like the international press.
Yeah.
está allá, no lo dejan acercar.
Really?
And so they don't let them come close. The international press, they're all the way in like the other side of the block.
The news, the F News. Remember you told me le quitaron las credenciales.
Oh yes, and then yesterday they took the credentials of FN Noticias, which is a big European news agency all around the world, and they have reporters in Cuba, and they took away their credentials yesterday. So we are doing this live. We're gonna be
support
of the Cuban people, and we're also any of the revenue that comes from this YouTube, this live, from the ads, or if there's any super stickers or anything, we're gonna give it to some of the protesters that we work with every single day. Joel and I work with protesters and dissidents on the island every single day, and we will be donating those funds to help people who lost their jobs.
That's right.
Because of this. So
and for internet, for communication on the internet, because maybe they take off the internet.
Yeah, so tomorrow we're thinking that they're going to take off the internet. Maybe, we'll see.
O maybe la televisión cubana va a estar 24 horas poniendo cosas para que la gente no publique, va a cancelar seguro Facebook, va a cerrar Instagram, va a cerrar todas esas redes sociales, la va a cerrar para que nadie se comunique, que es lo que más usa el cubano.
Yeah, and so they're thinking that they're going to take away the internet tomorrow. And so we just wanted to spread the word around that this is happening, and this is something that the world needs to know, and it's literally only 90 miles away from us, and it's just such a different world. And also how important Cuba is. I don't think people really understand how Cuba can, or how important Cuba is to Latin American politics.
That's right.
Cuba has penetrated every single aspect of the Western Hemisphere, including the United States, including Canada. I mean, there's many things that the Cuban state is very ineffective about, but there's one thing the Cuban government is particularly exceptional at, and it's the state apparatus. Like, I don't think people understand fully how deep the Cuban state apparatus is. Thank you so much, Payne, for the super chat.
Thank you for everybody who following us in this moment. Okay, guys, the situation is really, really
Let's see
sad.
if there's any questions.
You have any questions, something? We continue following in Cuba now. We have the Telegram app.
Somebody asked how they get the fund. Oh, hold on. Somebody asked this.
Okay.
Okay, so how would you get the funds to Cuba? So there's various different ways through apps and third-party people that you can send funds to Cuba. You cannot do it personally through the United States, but there's other apps like in Canada that you can send money through. It's pretty expensive, but at least they get it somehow, but that's the only way. Or if you know somebody if we know somebody who's going to Cuba, and then they can send it to them.
En Telegram hay una de esos de Telegram que se está haciendo 24 horas de hoy hasta mañana, donde están participando las principales líderes de este movimiento de libertad, de cambio en Cuba, y ahí se comenta lo que va a suceder, lo que está sucediendo inmediato, las cosas que hacen. De hecho, había un muchacho que se grabó personalmente cuando la policía viene con una detención, dice, tienes que presentarte a la estación de policía sin ningún motivo, tienes que ir. El muchacho le dice, ¿cuál es el motivo? Dice, no, tienes que ir, ahí se te dirá. Así actúa la dictadura, así actúan los regímenes fascistas, porque para mí eso es fascismo, no es ni Batista, es fascismo. Y así está la situación del Cuba.
Okay, so have you made a GoFundMe for this? No, you cannot make a GoFundMe for anything that has to do with Cuba because of the U.S. embargo. So anything with the word Cuba in it, we cannot do on GoFundMe. GoFundMe ruined my life in 2019. So we don't do any more GoFundMes because of that. I did a GoFundMe with a tornado that happened in Havana, and they froze all of my US bank accounts for 6 months. I had no access to my money because I wanted to do a donation for the tornado victims in Cuba. And I raised $6,000. And to this day, the U.S. government has not given me back my money.
Pero en los Estados Unidos también hay mucha gente en Miami, americano nacido, que tiene negocios bajo nombre de ayuda humanitaria o de cosa de turismo universitario, educativo, que tienen negocio con la dictadura y no les quitan el dinero. Es bastante doloroso cuando ves esas cosas.
It was crazy.
It's
2019
crazy.
was the worst year of my life. But
That was crazy.
yeah,
Thank
that
you.
was crazy. Thank you so much, Luis.
You know, we continue following the people in Cuba. Tomorrow is the big day. I don't know what happened in my inside. I don't see so the people go out in the street. I hope and pray for that. I don't believe because many people have fear. I understand the point because nobody want to stay in the one night in the jail, maybe 3, 4 days, 5 days in jail for asking freedom, you know. But I hope the people go on the street because the international community following that day but following tomorrow what is happened, you know, because the situation is really, really hard.
What else?
Nada, mi gente, gracias de corazón, gracias. Estaremos al tanto. Tomorrow we'll have a live too because tomorrow is the day of the day for the Cuban people. I tell you, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, guys. Thank you for everybody watching now, for your advice, your comment.
Is there any other questions, you guys? I just see a lot of comments, but not a lot of questions.
But it's fine. That's the people.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you so much, Playhouse Toys.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, brother. The beginning is now. Thank you.
I want to address this comment. I just want to say, as a Trump-loving Republican, this is not about Trump. Thank you. I mean, you have every right to support Trump and everything, but this is not about American politics. It's about Cuba and Cubans, just the basic right to freedom of speech. But we respect everyone from every political party. I know I do, at least.
You know, the people for me, the people I know who's the
wow.
Fuck, man.
Thank you,
Daddy Dog. Thank you, man.
That is gonna be so helpful to
our friends.
To our friends.
Of course, that's going to our friend in Cuba for sure. That's our people in Cuba in the protest.
Wow, I'm gonna tell them right now. Thank you so much, Daddy Dog Alex. That's very kind of you.
The people that need to know who is the embargo. What happened to the embargo? Why is the embargo? What is the beginning of the embargo?
The embargo is a whole other live topic that we can talk about.
The origin, the beginning is because when Fidel Castro take all the American business in Cuba and not pay. That's the United States say, okay, you not pay me, you take me my business, you take all my money.
Yeah.
Okay. I know
the embargo was a response to the nationalization
of all business.
All the businesses. But the embargo, let us know if you guys want us to do a live on the embargo, because the embargo is a very complicated issue. It's something that I studied in college. I did my thesis on Cuba, on the U.S. embargo. It's very complicated.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you.
Oh my God, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate
all
that.
Of this money, you guys, is going to
for sure.
I'm not sure how much YouTube takes a cut out of this, but
I know.
All of the money is going to our friends in Cuba. So thank you so much.
Thank you for those.
Anyways,
support.
let us know if you guys want us to do a video about the embargo. It's a very interesting topic. I would have to get my notes ready. It's a very interesting topic. I mean, it was 10 years ago I did my thesis on the embargo, and not really much has changed since then with the law. I mean, some minor things like not being able to bring cigars now. But it's a very complicated issue. Very complicated.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mogman.
Thank you.
Let's
for
go,
having me.
Brandon.
I like it.
You know
man.
what? One
like
day, even if people don't agree with "Let's go, Brandon" or whatever, it's one day. I hope in Cuba, and
Let's go.
we can
Raúl.
say anything we
Anything.
want like that, right? And
Mira,
nothing will happen.
Es muy triste que en tu propio país no puedes decir nada y que tengas que esconderte.
He's saying
y
it's
tener
sad in your
miedo.
own country you have to hide.
Or, you know, de tu vecino, de your neighbor, maybe, you know, te delata. Y es muy triste. Y entonces llegar para mí como emigrante, coming here for first time, that was impressive in my life. You know, you can, when I see the first time a little group following Trump, the corner of the one street in the highway, for me was in shock. Said, Trump is not president now. Why do people stay in the street, sell Trump flag, fuck Biden? You know, they are actually president. For me was, you know, wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible, you know,
Yeah.
because in Cuba we don't have that. You can't go in the street and say, fuck Raúl, fuck Diaz Canel, because quickly you go to the jail. And for me, it was impressive.
Yeah.
That's the opportunity here. When I see that I hated people que nunca han viajado, que never traveled to Cuba, que never traveled to socialist country, said, man, I me siento avergonzado que han nacido en un país.
You feel embarrassed that
you born in
that
the
you were
beautiful
born
country.
in a country.
Beautiful country has freedom. The first law in the Constitution is the freedom to speak. Y tú la tienes y no la sabes apreciar.
Yeah.
That's really awful.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Is a friend coming? Sorry.
Can you tell them to go in the... Okay. Nicole, what are some other ways we can help? There's not really any other ways. I mean, not that you have to send us money, but there's not really other ways, because the only way that right now America permits anything is just like basic money transfers. There's not really any kind of like, you can send anything there. Unless you know someone who's going. Sorry. Unless you know someone who's going, like Demetrius. I'm traveling to Cuba in January. I'm bringing a group with me. What can we bring to help? Demetrius, I would encourage all of the people who you're going with to bring an extra suitcase. I don't know how long you're going for, but I would assume like you're going for less than a week or something. And I would tell everyone, sorry, we have our friends over. I would tell everyone to just bring an extra luggage and fill it with medicine, adult diapers, everything that you can think of, anything that you can think of, clothes, shoes. ¿Qué tú mandaría a la gente en Cuba? Medicina. Medicine. Someone's asking me. Alguien me está preguntando. Medicina, medicine. So please have your group send medicine. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yoel speaks good English. Yes, thank you. He's learning. He just left. Our friends are here. They're Cuban too. Well, no, you're Mexican. He's Cuban. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Put your friends on the video. ¿Quieres decir hello?
You're Cuban guy. Mira, cubano,
I know. Sales ahí, dile que cómo te sientes.
Tú que llevas 2 años aquí.
He's also Cuban.
Hay 2 años aquí. Está fuerte. Se siente feo la familia sufriendo ahí, tú sabes.
He says if he feels bad that his family is suffering there. ¿Qué más?
Vamos a sentarme, pero...
¿Qué te pasó con tu mamá ayer?
No, se siente, lo que más se siente es impotencia. Impotencia que te dicen cómo está la situación y tú no puedes hacer nada porque no está en tus manos hacer nada.
He says that the worst feeling is feeling that you can't do anything because you can't really do anything for your
Se sale
family.
de tus manos todo se sale de tus manos. Está
Y
feo.
ver a tu mamá diciéndole, oye, que me gustaría comerme esto.
And it's hard because his mom is like, oh, I want to eat this and that and this and that. And so
Es una situación bien... Te sientes muy mal, te sientes mal.
No tengas pena hablar, hermano, que no...
he's shy to talk, but he says he feels very bad. He's very shy to talk.
No.
It's hard to talk about it, you know.
Hey,
It's
I
very
use
hard to
this.
talk about it. Yeah. So I'm sorry, you guys. Joel is leaving, but I'm gonna answer any more questions. Thank you. Dicen que estás aprendiendo inglés muy rápido. Oh, he's not listening to me. Okay, so yes, I have a PayPal, or actually I have a Venmo, or I have a PayPal too. My PayPal is Mari@Marimundo. This is my PayPal.
Okay,
That's our
guys.
PayPal. But please, if you're gonna donate any money, even if it's $1 or $5 for us to charge phones or send money to our friends who have lost their jobs because of this, please do not write anywhere Cuba or Cuban or Havana or anything that does anything with Cuba. Just write an emoji or something, or like this, or I don't know. But do not write anywhere Cuba because your payment will get blocked and it's a mess.
Thank you,
It's a
guys.
mess.
I need to go outside, but thank you for everybody and support this idea, support the Cuban people, support our, liberty, our freedom. That's in my heart, for my family. También tengo riesgo de mi familia, de mi hija.
He says he's doing this live, we risk our family's well-being in Cuba. My family, as well as Joel's mom and his daughter well-being, because if they see, if anything that we do on the internet, they're watching us. So
that's really,
there's also like a risk for us to do this.
That's right. But thank you. I need to leave, but I love you guys, because not only our followers, always our friends. That's important for us. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
I don't know if I should leave or should say a couple over. What do you think I should do? Should I leave? Thank you so much. I can stay for a couple other questions if you want, or you can leave now that the star of the show is gone. ¿Ya vas a quedar aquí? ¿Te vas a quedar aquí? Okay. Stay. Okay, so all right, I'll stay. I want to thank everyone for the super chats and the wishes. So thank you. Is there any other questions? You guys have any other questions? Oh my gosh, my hair. You guys, we were not prepared to do this live today. We are not prepared to do this live today. Is there a way to watch the protest live tomorrow? So we don't even know if the protests are going to happen tomorrow because the state security, they're already militarizing the entire streets. They're putting police everywhere. I don't think that there's going to be anyone who leaves tomorrow will probably be in jail very quickly. So I'm not sure I hope I'm wrong. We all hope out here that we're wrong, but there's not really any way to see the protest live tomorrow. If something does happen, you will see it permeate through Twitter and Facebook. It's very easy to go to Cuba for Americans. All you do is get to the airport and you get your visa, which costs $75, I think. I'm not sure if they raised it or not. And you just say that you're going to support the Cuban people. It's pretty easy. Yes, please for the Facebook algorithm, for the YouTube algorithm. Did you guys see our baseball video? Man, our baseball video, that was probably one of our most important videos. And gracias, Demetrius. if you want to, I know you're going to Cuba soon, but if you have any, I know you're probably, I don't know, if you have any questions, Demetrius, my Instagram is Mima in Cuba. I'll put it up here. And if you have any questions about where to stay or anything, I mean, Yoel had a tourist agency in Cuba. That's our Instagram. So if you have any questions or if about what to take, or maybe I can talk to your people about what to bring, then let me know. That's a way to communicate with me. If not Instagram, you can email me, which is this name at gmail.com. So mimaincuba@gmail.com. Thank you. Yes, I love Lucy video. Yay! We're not getting a huge response as we did in the beginning of YouTube. So I'm like still wondering if, people are liking our stuff. So okay, good, cool. You have really gotten good at being a YouTuber, Marty. Godspeed. Thank you. Our next big mission is to buy somebody sent us a camera, so we're very grateful about that. So the next, I want to buy like a better camera to put actually on the computer. So that's our next big thing. Because I'm just using the laptop camera. Darius, I made a YouTube video on SOS Cuba, the protests happening in Cuba. It got flagged with YouTube as being violent content because there's like one scene in there of the military shooting, or like they weren't shooting, but being aggressive with protesters. So they flagged it as violent. And so it did not get very many views. But if we go into our YouTube channel, you'll see it there. Yes, Daddy Dog Abbott is an amazing supporter. Thank you so much. Yes, we're yeah, we know a lot of people in La Habana. A lot of people know us, and we know a lot of people. Mardi Gras. Oh, I would love to. Our dream is to make the content big enough so that we can do all of these things. But for right now, we can't really do every single thing. But New Orleans for Mardi Gras would be amazing. But right now, our content, we're not, Mr. Beast level status. But one day, Michelle, thank you. We will go. And I've always wanted to go to. I've never been to New Orleans or Mardi Gras or anything. I don't know what this means. Mari, you can say what you want on Rumble. I don't know what Rumble is. Yes, I need to get a GoPro. I do actually need to get a GoPro. All right, guys. Anything else? Any other questions you guys have? This was totally spontaneous. We did not expect doing this live. Actually, our friends were coming. And I was like, let's do a little live really quick for people to explain what's happening in Cuba. And then they came earlier than I expected. No. I didn't think it was, no, not you at all. I didn't think. NASCAR race. Oh, that's the next one we'll do. Have he gone to buffets? No. We went to a buffet in Varadero, but Varadero's buffets are. No, he hasn't gone to a buffet yet. I know, Mama. Por eso, I want to take him to Vegas. Yeah. I mean, that's like the capital of buffets. So we should go. We should definitely go. I know, but I know we should go. I know. So we should like a whole weekend. Maybe in December sometime we can go. I feel like December is not. I know it's cold, so I feel like it's cheaper now than in the summer. They start putting the Christmas stuff, Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so Robert, it is Yoel's dream. Like I keep saying this on our lives and everything. It is Yoel's dream to go to New York. He is begging me to go to New York. And I got to save up a little bit of money for that one. But New York, he's like, I want to go to New York. He wanted to have our honeymoon in New York. But I vetoed that. I lived in New York for a number of years. I went to school in New York. But I was like, no, I don't want to go to New York for the honeymoon, you know? Yes, we do have a P.O. box. It's P.O. box. It is that. The city, hey, Hazel. Chicago is also beautiful. Yes, we want to go to Chicago. We would love to go to Atlanta. We actually had a pair of girls that came to Cuba to visit us from Atlanta, and they were amazing. And so I would love to see them. And of course, Demetrius. Any other questions, you guys? Oh my gosh, this would be a really, really funny episode. That would be funny. I think Michael Anthony knows more about my life than I do. But Michael Anthony, P.O. Box 1501, Simi Valley. Oh, that's not supposed to be an X. I don't know what happened there, but it's California. Yes, we are planning to go to Disneyland soon. So Gina, we can go to Disneyland and Knott's. I've actually never been to Knott's Berry Farm. I've never been. So I know. I've never been. Have you?
Yeah.
Really?
The games are pretty tough.
Really? Is it like Magic Mountain?
No.
Oh.
No. They're like way more like adult.
It's more adult?
Yeah.
Magic Mountain is more adult?
No, not.
Really?
Yes. Trust me.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
No, for me.
I don't know. I'm like, she says Knott's Berry Farm is more adult. I'm not sure about that.
There's a lot of big games. Like
Big
there's a
games?
big one that like actually not a lot of people go into because it's like.
You mean a ride?
Yeah, right.
Oh, right.
Not like games.
Yeah. Really? I have never been to Knott's Berry Farm. Never. Yes, this is what we're planning to do this is what we're planning to do this winter. So now that we're here, I guess, and then we're gonna have a chit chat for a little bit. Where should I take him the first time to see snow? That's somewhere around Arizona. I know you're like, you want me to do it in Flagstaff, and I'm like, I am vetoing Flagstaff.
But it's the cheapest.
I am vetoing.
Right.
Pero la primera vez que una persona ve eso en Flagstaff.
Vámonos, amiga, ¿tú te quieres ir a Alaska? ¿Tú quieres ir a Iceland?
Mija, yo no puedo ir a Alaska. Eso, I know, like, just go straight to the North Pole.
No, just go straight.
No. But like, I don't know. Flagstaff is not like the quintessential snow place. Someone says Montana. I would love to go to Montana, but that's a little bit too far. That's a little too far from here. Maybe Colorado. We can go to Colorado. That's not that far. It's like an 8-hour drive.
I know there's a place.
Or we can take a plane. It's like $80 if we book it now.
To Montana?
No, to Colorado. It's like an hour flight, maybe.
¿Cuánto es de carro?
Como 8 o 10 o 12. I know, that's too much. It's better to fly and then rent a car. Porque vas a perder tiempo en... Yeah. Colorado, yes. Lake Tahoe. Oh, maybe. I've never been to Lake Tahoe. I am telling you, I've never been to any of these places. I'm like, Joanne is experiencing America the same. Me too. I'm like, I've never been to anywhere. I've never been anywhere. I know. Really?
Yeah. So
I've only been to really the only places I've ever been in the United States are like New York because I live there and Miami. That's it. And LA. I know. Okay, we should consider it. Okay, let's see. Maybe we'll go. Idaho. Upper Peninsula of Michigan. That's too far.
That's way too far.
That's too far from us, but I would love to go there. I actually just went to New Mexico with my mother for the hot balloon fiesta, the balloon fiesta. So I've been to New Mexico. Check. Bucket list, check. Yeah, but he's very excited to see snow. He's very, very excited to see snow. Eso es Brasil. No, it's okay. Okay. All right, guys. Any other questions? I think I might end this. But thank you everyone for your support. Email Mari. Okay, hold on. It is. That's our email. Como veo, va, ¿cómo va? Bien, brasileño, bien, gracias. That's our email address if anyone wants to send us an email or say hi or whatever you want to do. Sending lots of love from Ohio. Hello, Ohio. I know, Ohio. You know the only state that Joel knew in Cuba? He was like, I want to go to Iowa.
Oh my God.
I'm like, you want to go to Iowa?
It's really pretty, but
Have you been?
no, but I have seen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't. Yo tampoco he ido a muchos lugares.
He was like, I want to go to Iowa. I'm like, out of all the states, you know Iowa? Like, where did you hear about Iowa? All right, guys. I think I'm going to leave. Yeah, hilarious. Iowa. Yeah. Iowa. He like knew. I'm like, the fuck you know about Iowa?
I don't know, like,
What is in Iowa? Just corn? No? I don't know what's in Iowa. Is anyone here from in Iowa?
lakes.
Eh?
I think there's lakes.
There's lakes, but I think it's like pretty flat.
It is. I don't know if I'm getting confused Iowa with Wyoming. So
No, Wyoming is like super mountainy.
right, yeah, then I'm confused.
Yeah. You're confused. Orlando has snow, or Colorado has snow in the mountains in summer. Ooh, thank you so much, Mogman, for the $5 chat. All right, you guys. Let's make it happen. Well, we can make it happen, but I don't want to get too partisan, populist patriots. I don't want to get too partisan, if you know what I mean. Send me an email. Come to Cleveland, home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You'd love it. Oh my gosh. Cleveland, Ohio. Let's do it.
It's not that far.
Oh, Baseball Hall of Fame, Hazel. Okay, we'll go. But hilly near Mississippi River. All right, guys. I think we're going to cut this because I have nothing else to say. All right. So thank you guys for watching. Yes, tomorrow is going to be very important. If you guys want on my Instagram, I do more of everybody, like more. This is my Instagram, Miba en Cuba. Oh my God. Why does it say that? Miba en Cuba, not Cuba. Something's wrong with my keyboard. Anyways, if you guys want to follow me on there, there's way more information. I do more content on there. We're not going to do a YouTube tomorrow because of the situation that's happening. So maybe I will upload a YouTube on Wednesday or Thursday, and it's going to be Yoel and I trying different beers. That's what the next YouTube is all about. So thank you, everybody. Gracias a todos. Gracias, Patria y Vida. Mañana vamos a... Sí, mañana en blanco. Tomorrow we're going to wear white. And we're sending much love to our... And thank you, everyone, for sending us money. And we're sending all of those to our friends who have been affected by the regime and have lost their jobs because of this. So, and their livelihoods. So, gracias a todos. Thank you. Thank you for supporting us. It really means so much to us. Like, seriously, I don't even... Wow, it was my dream to have a YouTube, and I'm like, wow, there's so many people who follow us. I'm like, why? But bueno, thank you. I'll wait for you guys to leave the chat. When it gets to 100, then I'll leave. So bye-bye. Bye. Shalom. Gracias. Bye. Leave the chat. Leave the chat. Leave the chat. Gracias, gracias. All right, I'm just going to cut it. Okay, bye, guys.